I believe the help will always come when you practice, when you start carefully and when you really want to do it. Of course, it depends on this, on the wish of somebody to really want to change yourself and to follow this path. In me, this wish was very, very strong. At this time, I was really longing for a guide, for a guru, and saw, of course, different ones, but didn't like them so much, even only from looking at them. There was in the 70s, 80s, there was already Iyengar, Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, and so on. There was Yogendra in Bombay, Sai Baba already, but such popular yogis like Sai Baba, I never even thought about wanting to join. Yeah, and then Dhirendra Brahmachari, he seemed to be a good man. I liked his eyes, I liked his books. And I started, and I followed. Yeah. In the very beginning, I read a lot. My guru told me that I should not read too much because it would just create confusion. Because in one book they write this, in the other the opposite. I should just. He always said you only need 2 books. It was his books. And basically it was quite true. In these books, even though one is only about asanas and the other Sukshma Vyayam, headstand and Shatkarma, but later I found that in this book you find all the hints to put everything together like a puzzle, that you even start to know about certain pranayamas, Pastra Kumbhaka and so on. This is how I started to learn. It was like investigation, adventure, yeah, like expedition into the yoga. And yeah, I would not say that I am the Messiah or something, or that I'm really the one who can bring people to the best place, of course. But I still trust to what I do. That's all I have, and I'm still alive. And I will go, and I will. If I die, I will die. I'm not so afraid of this anymore. Of course, sometimes a little bit worried when situations become strange, but more or less, I just will follow this path to the end. And I said yesterday, I saw many people who suddenly were falling out from this race. In the beginning there were so many, and they were all convinced that what they do is the best, and most of them changed completely. Many lose their spiritual ambition completely and become quite normal, and others they just choose an easier way. Most people end up in Buddhism very free, of course. You can smoke and eat meat if you like. There is no restriction about sexual things and so on. But in Hatha, the problem with Hatha is that it's very simple and very clear. Not so many rules, but these rules are really quite hard. Don't do this, don't eat this, don't drink this, and just do the exercises in the prescribed way, and then you will have success. And success, of course, not so easy to get. It's written in the Yoga Shastra that the guru comes when the disciple is ready, when the student is ready. And I believe in my case, I was ready when I really wanted to take care of this sexual thing. Of course, I come out from a sex, drugs and rock and roll generation, free love in the 60s, end of 60s, 70s, free love, sex, hippie time and so on, where it was quite common to also to have different partners and so on, to have complete freedom. And to stop this, of course, was quite a decision, but I believe very necessary for me. Yeah, gurus, mostly they don't need your money. For instance, they don't depend on you in this way or want you to be near them because of some profit. My guru, I felt he never worried about money, and openly also talked that sometimes he was almost bankrupt, no money anymore, and still it always worked. The ashrams, they were going on. The guru, he wants something else. He wants full devotion and surrender to this yoga. If you don't really follow, then he will slowly turn away from you or like disappear out from your life. A very good example is also what happened to my guru himself when he met Kartikeya in Gopalkhera. He started to practice underground. They had an underground cave built, and he started to do practice there in complete isolation. And after some time, I don't know how long time, when he came out from this isolation, he seemed to be quite powerful, and the people who also stayed in this ashram, they saw that he had obtained some yoga power somehow and knowledge about yoga, and some of these people had stayed with Kartikeya for many years already, like living there and just like regular life, and they became jealous, and they went to Kartikeya and complained that why he gave so much favor to this young man who was a newcomer and hadn't stayed in the ashram for a long time, and they already stayed for so long, and they didn't get the same result. Then Kartikeya said that a guru, he never gives favor to anybody, except to all, of course, in an equal way, but that only those who practice will get the yoga, and those who don't practice and wait for the guru to give it to them, they will not get anything. I think this is a very important teaching. That's what I said. You should never look for a guru who promises you to touch you for $1,000 and to enlighten you by touching you or giving you a mantra or something like that. It will not work. If you want to achieve success, you must start by yourself and just try and try and try, and you will see that God will help you. Suddenly, if you really fit for such a path, God will begin to help you, give you the knowledge which you need. You will meet maybe some people who give you good advice for some things, and you will proceed more and more. Yeah. Because we all want to find the guru, or those people who really want to learn, of course, they want to find the guru. I think to find a guru, very, very difficult. If you go to India in search of a guru, it's like searching for the needle in the haystack. Yeah. It's very, very difficult to find somebody who will teach you what you need to be taught. The guru is inside of you, and the outside guru, he will find you when time is ready. I believe it's very important that you find like a personal teacher, somebody who you believe that he knows what you need and what is not for everybody, of course, in the same way. Yeah, I believe my guru, he is my guru. I would never want another guru since I started to learn from him. You only have one guru, and the guru himself, even if he's alive or dead, he will never disappear. He is always inside of you. This is what my guru wanted to show me from the beginning, that I don't hang on his dhoti, that I'm not always after him and want to be with him, that I should do things by myself and go my own ways and so on, and that I should feel the presence of this guru strongly. One proof for me in the beginning, of course, you don't really know whether this way is the right way for you. I told you there were many people who always told me you do things wrong, you do the headstand wrong, you do this wrong, you have to stay here, like other teachers show. But I still did it in the way which was described in the book of Dhirendra Brahmachari. And then one day I suddenly saw that the name Dhirendra and the name Reinhard consist of the same letters. And this for me was like a first proof that this must be my real guru, because we quite close. And later, of course, I also started to believe that the guru, he was with me since I was born. Even in these wild days of youth and so on, the guru, he always watches you. He maybe even wants you to go inside messy situations and dangerous situations, to experience what is not good for you and to really know what is not good for you and such things. If you don't know this, of course, the temptation for the negative things will always remain, but if you see where negative things lead, then you will want to stop them completely. Guru for me was like a manifestation of Shakti. Of course, I once read in a book that you should try to find the Sri Guru. Sri Guru, it's the highest Guru. He is basically the Shakti herself and has the power to, of course, to live inside of you and to know everything about you from inside and such. For me, my guru was a Sri Guru. They also, we called him Sri Dhirendra.